Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the first ever video recording of the Roommates podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Woodyard. This is Aidan Kenny. You want to say what's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? Excited to be here. It's going to be a good episode.
Yeah, can't wait. So, just a little background before we really get into the pod. My goal with this podcast is honestly, simply, just to have fun, enjoy time, have a whole bunch of people on for you. It'll be a new person each episode. And like the name alluded to, it will be some of my current roommates, some of my past roommates, just throughout my life. And the first one is Aidan Kenny, a.k.a. Mr. Flame. So I was just, curious. What inspired you to do Mr. Flame with me?
Right. So, kind of got recruited a little bit by the Ignite team. So I felt like, I should do an act.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I, kind of get the personality to do
Yeah,
it.
make sure we're talking into the mic just for the users,
Right here.
Yeah, so
Okay, yeah.
like moving, dodging, and weaving.
So yeah. Where was I?
You were just, telling the folks about what inspired you to
Oh
do
yeah.
Mr. Flame.
Okay. So yeah, kind of got recruited. So originally I was like, okay, this is going to be after Christmas break. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just learn how to break dance. And
break dance with a broken leg?
Well, that's what after Christmas break.
Oh,
so I was like,
okay.
I'll be healed up. I'll be good
Gotcha.
to go. And then it's like, I'm not going to tell anybody.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, I'm just going to be like busting out breakdance moves.
Ooh.
So I was like, that would have been good. It would have been a good idea.
It would
really
been
would have been.
amazing. I mean,
But-
I had full confidence in you without the broken leg,
Right. So, after that, I was like, well, we can't do that. And
Mhm.
so something me and Aaron do, we often will just like freestyle rap.
Yeah.
Just in the room, put a beat on, whatever it is, just rhyming,
Mhm.
getting better, just like for fun.
Right.
And so I was like, I saw the Instagram post, like,
Okay.
oh, we're looking for people. And I was like, me and Aaron can do a rap. And I was actually driving back from like an appointment I had on my leg. I broke my leg. Little backstory, but
Dang.
had an appointment in Michigan. I was driving back and I was just freestyling just to like pass the time. And I was like, dang, like me and Aaron could do this, and I think it'd be pretty good. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad Aiden reached out to me, and he was like, "Bro, we should do Mr. Flame," and I was like, "Dude, let's do it." And long story short, we practiced in the room a whole bunch, came up with our lyrics, and that's another thing. A lot of people maybe thought we used chat. We didn't use chat for any of it. Didn't open chat one time.
Never.
The only thing that we opened was Rhyme Zone. We came up with all of our own lyrics. That was it. So, yeah, I mean, I was super, super happy. A little nervous to perform. Were you a little nervous to go out there and perform?
Yeah, I think as you are, just like, listen, I don't have a rap career by any means.
Yeah.
So, you're walking out in front of, what, 300 people?
At least.
At least 300 people, and you're not a rapper. You've never done anything like this. So, yeah, I was nervous, but I was excited. I
Yeah.
wanted
Most
to do
definitely.
it for sure.
Most definitely. The nerves were going. The excitement was going. It was a great time. And I don't know. I'll let the people speak for that, but I feel like we did an excellent job, entertained, and we brought the house down.
Right, we did.
Yeah, so I was wondering, did we win anything for Mr. Flame?
Let me tell you, we got a little hardware over here.
Okay, hardware. Oh, shoot. The crown? Hold on. Let me go ahead and put that on real quick. How's it look on me?
Looks great.
Dude, hey, you go ahead and throw that on real quick.
Maybe it looks good on both of us.
Dude, it looks
good?
fantastic on you. I think a great place to put that is right here. Yep. Dude,
Some memorabilia.
Memorabilia. So something that I want to do on this podcast is every episode have on a new person, new roommate, and I want them to bring something that's meaningful to them in their life to leave on the podcast. So this crown is the first thing that's been brought to the podcast, and it's here to stay. So yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So it's great. So you kind of alluded to that you broke your leg. I was wondering, do you have you can embellish the story as much as you want.
Okay.
So how did you break your leg? Was it you were saving a grandma from a burning building
Yeah,
and you jumped? Or,
it's
you know?
close.
Okay.
There's been rumors.
Yeah.
People have said that I went running off a retaining wall
What?
and then I broke my leg,
I mean,
but that is not true. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So pretty much what happened was
Mhm.
it was like I think it was a Friday night.
Friday.
Friday night.
Okay.
Sometime in September.
Do you know the time?
I want to say maybe 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Okay.
It was late.
Okay.
So, I was driving. There was a burning building.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, I
Yeah.
get out my car.
I mean, you
And
could probably see the building very well because it was on fire
It was,
in the night.
and I look up, and there's a pregnant woman in the 4th floor.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like,
You know how many weeks or how many months?
not eight
8
months.
months. Wow.
8 months.
So
In
she
fact,
was-
I honestly think she was in labor. So
that baby was coming a month early. So.
we'll say 9 months. I don't know the
Okay.
details here,
Right,
but
right, right.
I just did my job. So
Mhm.
I'm running up the stairs. I get up there, and
Yeah.
I'm running down with her in my arms,
Dang,
and
and
the
the-
building's just crashing down behind
Oh
me.
my
So
gosh.
I break my leg. I think it was the 2nd story, and I end up making it out. But
Limping, I'm assuming.
limping.
Still carrying her.
still carrying her.
the
It
pregnant
just- Still
woman.
carrying both of them.
Both of them, because on this podcast we believe life starts at conception, and that's
right.
what the Bible
That's
teaches
right.
us. You can look it up. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty much the story. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that is an amazing story. You are a hero, and I don't know if you've really told anybody that story. I'm honored that you've gone ahead and
Yeah.
shared that with just a lot of people. I think it's time that people really know what you did and who you saved. And for the folks back at home, the baby was a baby boy. He was born that last week. And
His name's Ethan.
Ethan's his middle name. His first name is Aidan after
Yeah.
the person that saved him. So, I mean, that's just an inspiring story.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I appreciate you. I know the mom appreciates you, and little Aidan will grow up to appreciate you.
Right.
So maybe he'll check out, the podcast one day.
Yeah. We
So-
can only hope, right?
Yeah, we can only hope. So, yeah, I want to know, do you have any plans for Thanksgiving that's coming up?
To be honest, I don't. And Thanksgiving is usually a time, where I'll play basketball.
Okay.
I'll usually play some hockey too.
Really?
This is usually like when the rinks open up. I'm a fan of hockey. I'll play
Mhm.
but obviously I'm in a boot. So that's not happening this year. So,
Mhm.
we're just going to be laying low.
Okay.
But excited to be with the fan bam for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. You
Yeah.
got like any Thanksgiving traditions, any favorite foods that you're looking forward towards, or anything?
Listen, we really don't have any Thanksgiving traditions. Our one tradition is we don't eat any Thanksgiving food. So like
Wait, can you-
turkey,
really?
stuffing, mashed potatoes, none of that. Listen, do you know what a charcuterie board is?
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Just
'Cause,
the
like,
whole day.
I think it's like I was in high school and everybody's like, dang, I don't think anybody likes this kind of food.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're like, we like charcuterie boards. So my
Wow.
my mom and sister whip up a nice, beautiful charcuterie board.
Like
I mean,
Pinterest worthy.
oh, absolutely. I mean, the table is covered. And
Okay.
listen, if I have a picture, we can maybe pop it up on screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That picture will be showing right here, right now. Bing.
Bang.
So if it didn't show, I'm sorry. I'm
if it
very
didn't
new to
show, I
this.
was not able to find the picture.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, yeah. So that's super interesting. That's something I didn't know about you. You eat no Thanksgiving or traditional Thanksgiving food.
right.
It's just a charcuterie board. Is that correct?
Charcuterie.
Okay, I
Or
got
let's
you.
like bread, grapes, cheese.
Olives, anything like?
I mean, you can maybe olives, like pistachios,
Salami.
salami,
Okay.
pepperoni,
Yeah.
capicola. I mean,
Really?
and we got like Gouda, Emmental cheese. We're talking like it's pretty decked out here. So.
And I don't know. You alluded to it's the whole table.
Whole
Or-
table.
Wow.
we're
So it's not
talking.
just like a little like side piece. It is the main piece.
It is the
at
main
your
piece.
house.
It
Wow.
absolutely is.
Man,
Yes.
that's so cool. That's super interesting too, because my family, it's more like the traditional,
Mm.
Thanksgiving meal. Me personally, my whole life, we've either gone to Kentucky or we've gone to Ohio for Thanksgiving. And, my mom's side of the family lives in Ohio. And
Mm.
my dad's side of the family lives in Kentucky. And we always just do that. And, we'll have turkey, we'll have dressing, we'll have mashed potato, corn, corn on the cob. I mean, cornbread. I mean, you name it, we have it. Green beans is one of my
Candy
favorite.
corn. You know.
I'm actually not a fan of candy corn, man.
Listen, I'm not either.
Yeah,
but,
so
you know, you're naming all the corn, so
yeah,
I was
you
just
know,
gonna throw that in
I
there.
appreciate that. I mean, we still love you if you love candy corn. Have nothing against you, but it's just not for me and Aiden.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, but actually this year, interesting enough, my first time in my life, I'm 20 years old, about to turn 21. We are not traveling to Ohio or Kentucky. We will be staying home. Actually, my new home that we just moved to this summer. So yeah, a little background on me. I was born in North Carolina. My roommate Josiah loves to mess with people, whenever I'm around and the subject gets brought up of, where were you born? And I say North Carolina. He's like, no, you weren't. So, Josiah, or if you guys hear Josiah say that I wasn't born in North Carolina, he's lying. But anyway, grew up in North Carolina just for the first 2 years of my life, moved to Indiana, and was in, a nice little home kind of in the country a little bit in Anderson, and lived there for 18 years of my life. And then this summer, packed our all stuff up, moved 15 minutes down the road to Edgewood, Indiana, and that's where we're at. And we're going to have our first ever Thanksgiving at that house together, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So,
me and Aaron actually have kind of a quite similar upbringing. I'm
We do.
also from North Carolina and
That's
spent
crazy.
the first 2 years there as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, that's kind of like our testimonies are very similar too, of just like, grew up in Christian household, just different kind of like different scenarios.
pastor's kid.
I am a pastor's kid.
Kids.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of similarities
A lot of
here.
similarities. Both boys now becoming
Right.
men. I guess we've been men since
Yeah.
18. But yeah, both Mr. Flame.
So right. I
you
mean,
know, both attractive. So that was, that brings me into my next subject and potentially the last subject of the little podcast of, the roommates is Aidan Kenny. Are you single?
right. And there's been a lot of talks.
There has been a lot of talk.
rumors. A lot of rumors.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumors are true. I am single.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. If I can add some like like gaffs,
Yeah.
you'll be hearing that right now. Bing. If not, just pretend. But yeah, so you are single. So is there a lady that you're interested in, or like, I guess you don't have to answer that. Maybe describe, kind of like what you're looking for in a woman, if you feel comfortable with doing that.
Nothing too specific.
Right.
I don't have like I'd say a type.
Okay.
But I kind of here's my big three.
Okay. I love
funny,
that. Funny.
God-centered has to be.
Has to be.
If not,
God-centered.
we can get it out of here. You know what I mean? We're out.
Get out.
And then traditional.
Traditional. I like that.
Yeah,
that.
the big three.
The big three. So, man, if that sounds like you ladies watching the podcast, or ladies, if that sounds like your friend, go ahead. First off, have them click here on this video and subscribe. And then go ahead and follow Aidan on Instagram or talk to him in person. It was probably the best way to reach him. But Aidan Kenny is single, and he is ready to mingle. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's been a crazy, week. I mean, I'm just so happy that we were able to win Mr. Flame. I mean, that crown is just looking at me, and it's saying, you're a winner. And I just want you to know that you're also a winner, Aidan. And, it's so good. I'm super thankful, just to have the opportunity to, embrace the moment, to do a little podcast, be on this first episode of The Roommates. And I'd love for you to maybe, end our time off with a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of, insight, or just whatever, a little quote even of just like encouragement, or maybe even something the Lord has revealed to you lately, So I'll let you, take the platform.
Sure. I mean, kind of got maybe two things here.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, I don't know if it's more of like it's insight, but it's also like a pet peeve of mine, to be honest.
Okay.
Why are we acting so nonchalant? How are we supposed to spread the joy of the Lord if we're being like so stoic, you know what I mean?
I love that word.
I hate this nonchalant culture, trying to act cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, it's cliche, but it's like, bro, you just gotta be yourself for real, and like
Be yourself.
be goofy, be stupid,
Yeah.
do dumb things, be willing to just put yourself out there. Like, that's like what will really like attract people.
Yeah.
Like that, because like it's hard to find that now.
Most definitely. A lot of people, are just, it's just how they, have, grown up, but they're just, hiding behind a phone, not really willing to put themselves out there. And it's a little sad, but like we have the opportunity. We're in college, to go and do fun things, to do stupid things. And at the end of the day, everything we say and do should uplift, and we should glorify the Lord with that. And
For sure.
it's just super, just have fun with life, man. Like this is a gift. We're not here forever, but the two things that really matter is honoring the Lord with what you do and say, and the people who you do and say it with. So,
yeah.
Did you have a part two?
Kind of a part two, unrelated.
Okay,
But
let's hear it.
I just think it's so another kind of pet peeve.
Okay,
Kind of
the pet peeve session.
I've learned these things through like disliking them, seeing them through other people.
Okay, yeah.
It's like going to the lowly, going to the outcasts, and just becoming friends with them. It's so easy to hop on this wagon of like, yeah, we're not talking to that dude. Like, he's weird. Even like we're talking disability. We're talking like anything that would like separate like your status. Like, oh, he hangs out with him or whatever. Hate that garbage. Like, Jesus went to the lowly. He went to the lepers, the outcasts of society, and he's called us to do the exact same thing. So, when I see like people, especially on a Christian campus, like making it obvious that like they want nothing to do with this type of person or something,
yeah,
it really grinds my gears. And I think just as a whole, as Christians, we can do better. For sure.
Most definitely. I mean, I struggle with that a little bit too, just to be completely open and honest with you, man. Like, but I mean, if you look at Jesus's life, I mean, he went to the most hated people, and he showed them grace, he showed them love, and he was a human being to them. And as Christians, we're called to live, as close as a life as we can to Jesus. Not saying that we're not gonna, mess up, because we ultimately will, because we're not perfect. But man, that's just some great wisdom. I guess we can call this session the pet peeve session.
Sure.
Yeah. So I love that. But yeah, is there, I think I want to end it this way. Is there a specific memory this year where you've been like, man, that has been so fun? Because you're in your senior year. I'd love to know, like, what's been like the top memory so far coming around here to Thanksgiving break. Yeah, and it's okay to say if it's Mr. Flame, but if not, you can change it up.
Dude, I mean, to be honest, it probably would be Mr. Flame, but I don't know. I also had a shoulder surgery coming into this year, so I was just down for the count, like couch potato, couldn't do anything. I was in a sling for the first 2 months I was here. I got out the sling 2 weeks later, I broke my leg.
Horrible.
So, I've been, in terms of like, I haven't been able to do like any activities kind of with the guys or anything, but I've really enjoyed the time just spending in the room. I've really enjoyed small group, really enjoyed, and if we're just talking about like fun stuff, like Mr. Flame for sure. Like, that was like the first time I was kind of able to walk around and, got up on stage, had a good time, all that good stuff. So
I love that, bro. Sweet. Well, it's been a pleasure to be on the podcast with you. Appreciate you, just coming along and, sharing a little bit about who you are and just some of your experiences. Man, thank you for watching. We're going to end in a prayer just real quick. And then we'll be done. So let's pray real quick, Aidan. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you just for today. Thank you for all those people who are watching. And thank you for Aidan. And just thank you for the opportunity where we have just a little bit of time to, have fun on this podcast. Thank you for the ability to just have this platform, whether, it stays small or it grows big. Lord, just Please allow this platform to encourage others to, just be a place where people can come and view and just have fun and laugh a little bit, and that they see like the Lord reflected in this podcast, and you have the ultimate glory, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. Aidan, again, appreciate you, man.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're watching this, if it's in the morning, good morning to you. If it's in the afternoon, good afternoon. If it's in the evening, good evening. If you're going to bed, good night. But anyway, this is the Roommates Podcast signing off. Peace.